World Health Organization recommends exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of life.
Breastfeeding can make your baby healthier and brainier.
Breastfeeding is a skill that you and your baby learn together, and it may take time to get used to.
Nearly all women have the potential to make plenty of milk for their baby.
It's the natural way to feed.
There's a lot of advice out there, and there's a lot of pressure. But why is the reality so different from the textbooks? What's going on behind the statistics? It's time to find out the real truth about the experience of feeding babies from real people.
It's none of other people's business how you decide to feed your child. I just think that it's your business alone.
To be honest, I am sick and tired of the whole breast versus bottle thing. I am over it.
I always wanted to breastfeed. We talked about it quite a lot before we had Noah, that sort of breastfeeding was the only way that we wanted to go. But it just didn't work out like that in the beginning.
Honestly, you are not alone if you are having troubles with breastfeeding.
The first few weeks when I started to accept the fact that she needed to be bottle fed, it was very heartbreaking for me. I felt like I'd let myself down, I felt like I'd let her down.
I know that people sometimes really struggle with breastfeeding. So yeah, I just decided if I could breastfeed, brilliant, and if I couldn't, so what? And I could.
The one thing that you're asked to do when you have a newborn baby is breastfeed them, and I couldn't even do that. That's how I felt.
He said you're going to have to stop breastfeeding, and it just still makes me really sad. It's just like going from that morning of breastfeeding and then that afternoon you're not. You have to just get used to bottles, sorry. I don't know why, I just have a really strong reaction whenever I talk about it.
I had very sore, cracked, bleeding nipples early on, was finding it very difficult, but I persevered and got there in the end.
Breastfeeding doesn't happen for everybody. There's many different reasons it doesn't happen for everybody.
Once you have your baby, breastfeeding is one of the first struggles that smacks you in the face.
If you have a hungry baby, then the main priority obviously is to feed that baby.
Stop putting so much pressure on yourself. You don't have to. It's okay to give formula. You know, if that's the way you go completely, that's fine. If you do a bit of both, that's fine.
I had no intentions of doing anything other than breastfeeding and quickly realised that that wasn't going to be the case.
Try not to stress. If you're in a stressful situation, you don't need something like feeding to stress you out as well.
If you're happy and if your child's happy, that is all that matters.
There is no way to be a perfect mom, but there are a million ways to be a good one.
Everyone is different. Every baby is different. All of our experiences are different. We all know that a mother feeding her baby is the most natural thing in the world, and we know that breast is best for many reasons. If you want to breastfeed, it's lovely when it works for you and your baby, but it's helpful to know that the reality can be very different from the textbooks. Listen to our stories about feeding babies.